Hi guys, it's Mike here from KS Bushcraft Down Under. I thought I'd have a look at the big boys in the Yeti range. So, to be clear, I've had the gallon jug here for two and a half years. Love it. Now, when I did a test on it years ago, I put in 700 grams of ice and it still had cold water after 3 days. So, recently got the half-gallon jug. I filled it with 430 grams of ice and it was 1500 ml of water. At 28 hours it was still at 4 degrees, but I thought, ooh, I expected it to perform slightly better than that, and I put the performance down to the same size cap on half the size of bottle. Okay. So I thought, well, the Rambler range uses the same cap from the 12 ounce with a hot shot lid all the way up. They're all interchangeable. So the 64 ounce dish dry weight is 946 grams. The half gallon is 1885 grams. And the 1 gallon is 2127 grams. Okay, so this one is half the weight of the half gallon roughly. So I'm going to do a quick test on the 64 using the same parameters that I used previously. It's the same type of weather, so it's going to be close enough. And okay guys, I'm going to repeat the parameters of the first test I did on the half-gallon Rambler jug. So I had 430 grams of ice, scale 0 to 26, 439, that's close enough. What do I put in? 1518 mils of water out the fridge. And 25. Don't know if I'm going to get the lid on. Uh, 1503. That'll do us. Okay guys, our test period's over. I can hear there's still a good chunk of ice in here, so this will be at 0. So the same test period, same conditions. The half-gallon jug was at 4 degrees Celsius, and this is at 0 because there's still ice in there. So I tested all, well, the 3 jugs and a small container previously. I'm just editing it out of order, and this was a star performer in that test. It's cheaper and half the weight than the half-gallon. The only downside that this has that doesn't is that sits nice in the car. It's pretty solid, especially when it's full. This wants to fall over, not that one, not so much. So we'll have a look, see how much ice is in here. Strain the water out of it. So it's still a reasonable amount of ice. So, if performance and weight are the issue, this one's the go. Anyway, I'll roll to the test of the 3 of them. Then I'm going to test all 3 of them together using the same amount of ice on these 2 to be fair, and I'll probably double the amount of ice on this one, and I'll see if I can get enough cold water to fill them all in one shot. So I might have to get a 5 kilo bag of ice, divide the ice between the jugs, then top it up with chilled water from a bucket, and that'll give us an actual side-by-side with no variables, and to see how the three of them perform side by side. Okay guys, just dropped down to the store and picked up a 5 kilo bag of ice. So my intention is to put 500 grams into the 2 half-gallon bottles and 1 kilo into the gallon. Some of this ice I'm going to put into the water so it starts off like 4 or 5 degrees, and I think that's a pretty fair test. Anyway, I better get moving before the stuff starts melting. Okay, so this is my ice water slurry. I'm going to keep tipping ice until I get a nice sort of 3 or 4 degree temperature. Then I'll fill these bottles. I was going to weigh it in, but I just might fill them all brim full and see how that goes. Whatever it will be consistent across the whole line. And just for fun, I've got enough ice. I've got this 18-ounce bottle. I'm going to fill it up as well as a wild card comparison. Okay guys, I've had to raid the ice cube tray at home. I've used all the bag of ice, so I've put 2 kilos into the containers, 1 kilo and 2 half kilos. It's brought this bucket of water down to 10 degrees C. Not exactly as cold as I would like it. I'll leave these cubes to go. And 10 degrees is not a bad number to work from, but they're really surprising how much ice it took to bring this bucket down. Okay guys, they're all brim full. The water ended up at 9.8 before I put it in. I would like to see it colder than that, but it's even Stevens across the range. So I'm going to move these because, as you can see, it's getting direct sun. It's nearly 30 degrees and it's only 8 o'clock. So I'm going to move them out of the range of the sun, but I'll leave them out in a hot environment. Yesterday this patio was 40 odd degrees Celsius until I put the aircon on. So I'll find a nice hot place to put them that's not in the sun. Okay guys, the temperature in all the containers is stabilized at 0 degrees, so it'll continue at that temperature as long as there is solid ice to convert. So pretty warm in the sun, see 50 degrees Celsius. So I'll keep these out of direct sun, and I'll come back tomorrow and see what the temperatures are. Okay guys, here's a bit of bonus content for you. Lineup of mugs. Only this one's got cold water and lemon in, the rest are all empty. But anyway. So the blue one, 53.5C. The yellow one, 51.1. The seafoam, 39.5. Stainless, 35.5. Charcoal, 53. This shows you the difference a bit of colour can make. That's why for the current test I'm doing, I've got them out of direct sun. Okay guys, that's 24 hours. Inside the half-gallon Rambler jug, we've got 7 degrees Celsius, so there's definitely no ice in there. In the 1 gallon, it's 0, so there's definitely ice in there. I've tested the 18 ounce and it's at 3 degrees C, so this did better than that. And I can hear ice in this one. So I'll confirm that. Currently saying 1 degree Celsius, but it's probably the distance down to the water. So there's the ice, there's not much left. Let's re-dip that. I'm still holding at 1, so just about at the end. So 24 hours. Awfully hot last night though. It was 26 degrees was our minimum last night. And it was nearly 40 during the day. So fairly tough test. So that outperforms this. So as the 7 degrees indicated, there's no ice at all. A little bit of ice in this one. And a fair chunk of ice left in the gallon. So volume to surface area of the lids certainly applies. But considering I started at 10 degrees, they're all pretty solid performances. Anyway guys, if this type of info helps you out, helps you make good decisions, don't forget to like and subscribe.